Arsene, the scoreline says 4-1. Some Bolton fans may feel that's not a truly accurate reflection of the game. What do you think?
Well, certainly we created many chances, and just in the first half we are down to 1-1, but we had 3 or 4 1-against-1 with the keeper. Overall, I acknowledged that we played against a good Bolton side, who is tough to play, efficient in their game, intelligent, and that it was a difficult game for us, but I feel we were on top of the game.
Do you sense they're a different side under Owen Coyle from previous years?
They have a full commitment, but they always had, I must say, and Owen Coyle kept the traditional strengths of Bolton, and as well they are good technically on the ground as well, so I have been impressed by Bolton, I must say.
Obviously, the red card is something that Bolton are very unhappy with, right in front of your dugout. Was it a fair decision, do you think?
It was. I'm convinced that Cahill got his frustration out because he wanted a penalty just before, and you can give a red card on that tackling from behind. Was no need to tackle, and they roughed us up in a few occasions. You cannot say is it red card or not. It looked to me you can give it, yes, but I would have to see it again.
You think perhaps if a yellow card had been produced, you wouldn't have been too surprised?
Well, it's a decision. You can as well not accept that the players tackle from behind with 2 feet high and push the players out and without being punished. When it's too dangerous, top-level players, we have to go into any challenge without any restriction. So you must make sure that everybody goes in a fair way.
And in fact, just after that, there was a challenge by Paul Robinson on Abu Diaby, which may have been worse.
It has been worse, believe me, because I've seen the leg of Diaby, and it doesn't look too good.
It wasn't even a foul?
Yes, the referee must have not have seen it, but the tackle was not good.
I mean, both sides have been unhappy with the referee today, both sets of supporters. I mean, what would you say about his performance? He has come in for criticism in the past.
I do not want to judge the referee. I felt that it was a physical game for us and that we responded well to the situation and without losing the technical part of our game, and we played some outstanding stuff today.
2 new centre-backs you had, and obviously Kevin Davis will give any centre-back a good game. How do you think they did against him?
It was a good test, but they passed very well. I feel that we were up for it physically. We won some balls in the air. He won a few as well, but he does that against anybody. But overall, I'm very happy with our defensive performance.
You've passed 1,000 Premier League goals as manager, and 1,001 scored by Carlos Vela. That was very special, wasn't it?
Very special because we kept the ball well, and Fabregas gave the final ball, and Vela is a great finisher, and just shown that.
Is Diaby going to be absent now for Braga? Is that for sure?
You have to wait. I'm worried, but I hope we will have some good news tomorrow.
Is he having a scan or something?
He's having a scan, doesn't feel his ankle, got a big kick on his shin. At the moment, it's difficult to say.
Well, obviously, Mr. Atwell and his assistant linesman, whatever you want to call him, assistant referee, and from that, Arsenal went to counter-attack and we ended up with 10 men. I thought it was a foul, I thought it was a free kick. I certainly didn't feel it was a red card. I'll obviously have to look at that again. And I felt we've been, obviously, again, harshly dealt with because at 2-1, I mean, we were the team in the ascendancy. We felt disappointed with 2-1 down because we'd started the second half in terrific fashion. And so over the piece, absolutely, yeah, disappointed, and certainly didn't deserve to lose by the margin we did.
Only Gary Cahill's second red card of his career. Did you sense there was surprise from both sides that the red card was shown straight away?
Yeah, I did. I was certainly surprised from myself because, as I said before, I mean, I thought it was a free kick. Absolutely, Gary shouldn't have come in the back of the lad, but he did, and I felt it was probably merited a yellow card, if truth be told. But to receive a red and all of a sudden, it's difficult playing Arsenal 11v11 at the Emirates, never mind 11v10. And, it was a long way back in the game for us then because they started to exploit those little spaces. Having said that, we still have to do better even though it is 10 men. We've showed before last week at Birmingham that it can be done. And so I'm disappointed with the latter part of the game, but not certainly up to that point because we were more than a match for Arsenal at that point.
Yeah, because at half-time, 1-1, you're absolutely right in the game, and even at 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, I think we started the second half better at 1-1, and I was disappointed by the goal we lost. I mean, we've half cleared the corner, and Fabregas has set up a terrific ball for the lads' finish, but we should have been in a better position to defend that. So there's obviously areas to work on, but we're disappointed because we came here today in the belief that we could achieve a positive result, and for a lot of that match that looked as if it would be the case. So yeah, we're certainly disappointed to leave with nothing.
I know it's early to say, but do you think you might appeal that red card?
Well, I think it's certainly worth looking at. I mean, I wish you could appeal the fact that you should have had the free kick, or it might even have been a penalty, but it was right on the edge of the Arsenal box. I certainly felt it was a free kick, and that subsequently, I mean, there's no doubt that pivotal moment in the match has cost us dearly, absolutely. I mean, we're not often and looking to make excuses and hide behind the fact that we still have defended better with 10 men, but that was a huge moment in the game, and I can understand when things are tight in terms of offside, but that was such a clear foul that everybody within the stadium, and probably a couple of people outside the stadium, they'd be able to see it through the walls. That's how obvious it was.
My summariser today, Davy Provan, raving about the performance of Kevin Davies. He didn't win any friends amongst the Arsenal fans, but goodness me, he made his presence felt, didn't he? Yeah,
and I felt he was harshly treated as well. I don't think Kevin Davies received one free kick today, and he was, I mean, we know he's physical and he puts himself about, and he picked up a yellow card as well when he was late with a challenge, accepting that. But the amount of times the lad had his two arms round him, and we never got a free kick for it. But yeah, that's what happens. You come to the big arenas and the big stadiums, and everything seems to go for the home team. That certainly happened today.
And your goalkeeper, Adam Bogdan, you said before the game you had 100% faith in him, and he put in a good performance today, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, because, I mean, we all know that when you come to the Emirates and stadiums of that like, with the quality that these teams have, there's going to be periods that your goalkeeper's going to have to make big saves. And he did that, and I feel for him, because he certainly didn't deserve to be in the receiving end of 4 goals against him today.
Obviously, the unbeaten start to the season is over, but overall, do you look at August and September and think, this hasn't been a bad start?
Well, it was prior to today, because we came believing that we could get points today, and as I said before, for a big portion of that match, that would suggest that we're going to get something from the match. So we're disappointed by today. We'll pick ourselves up, we'll lick our wounds, and we'll look to come back stronger, recognising we've got a tough game at Aston Villa. But that's the nature of the Barclays Premier League. Every game is a tough game.